Okay. Now, if you turn to linear functions, section 6.3. Okay. Now, there are a few things that we must know in this particular chapter, okay, or section. Number one, we must know how to draw the graph of linear functions, okay. We must know the form of a linear function. We must know what is called gradient, y-intercept, and also equation of a line, straight line. Understand? This year we'll only do lines. Next year we'll do curves as well. Understand? Okay, so there are a few things that we must know. Okay, so we must know how to draw the graph, the form of a linear function, what is the form like, and the gradient, y-intercept, as well as equation of the line. Okay, I will go through each and every one slowly so that you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, now all of you turn to page 152. Okay, now I'm just going to show the graph over here. Alright, I'm going to enlarge it so that you can see the graph. Then I'm going to work from here. Understand? Okay? Now all of you turn to page 152. I want you to read carefully with me so that you know what is happening here. Okay? Now all of you look at the book first. Example 1. All of you look at example 1. I'm going to look when you don't even open your book. You've got X-ray eyes. Page 1, tell me, ma'am. Yes, 152. On a sheet of graph paper, using a scale of 2 cm to 1 unit on the x-axis and 1 cm to 1 unit on the y-axis, draw the graph of the function y equals to 2x for values of x from 0 to 4. Okay? I'm going to show you on the board. Everybody look at the board. Huh? The equation is y equals to 2x, or the function is y equals to 2x, right? Now, the last lesson, what I told you was that if I want to draw a straight line, I need 2 points at least, right? What's the third one used for? Check here. Now, for this question, they say x from 0 to 4. So you must have a table before you draw the graph. Okay, and I will have 3 points. The x you will have to choose. Understand? The y you have to calculate. Now all look at the above. Because they say from 0 to 4, I can choose 0, right? You can also choose 1 and 2, doesn't matter. But I want to spread it out, so I choose 2 and 4. Is it okay? If you choose 1 and 3, also okay, doesn't matter. You will still lie on the line. Understand? Okay, all of you look up. When x is 0, what's my y? 2. When x is 0, y is also 0, right? How about when x is 2? 4. Very good. How about when x is 4? 8. Can you see it? Okay, now, then the question says, use 2 cm to 1 unit. Can you look at the x-axis? Can you see 2 cm 1 unit? You can look at your own graph on the book, it's also 2 cm 1 unit. And this one is 1 cm 1 unit. Can you see? Everybody okay? Yes or no? Oh dear. Wait. Let me refocus this. Okay. Can you see? Okay. Now, so how do we plot? Now, can you see the first point is 0, 0? All of you look up. Don't look at the text. 0, 0. So, 0, 0, right? Okay. I think I push it a bit too low. So let me show it again so that you can see everything here. Okay. Now, what about the point 2, 4? Can you see 2, 4 is here? Yes. Then the next one is what? Not 3, 6. What is this? 4, 8. So 4, 8. After that, I join for straight line. Can you see it? Understand? Now, some students will ask me, John, what if I didn't use 2, 4. Okay, supposing you're another friend, give you another table, x, y, they say 0, I want 1 and 3. Now when x is 0, y is 0, right? How about when x is 1, y is 2? How about when x is 3, y is 6? Now, can you see that 1, 2, it will also lie on the line. What about 3, 6? It also lie on the line. So, regardless of which points you choose, you are fine. But you must choose within this range. Is that clear? But don't be so silly as to go to choose 1.5 kind of thing, okay, unless necessary. Understand? Okay, so we draw the line, can you see? Now, then I need to stress one thing here. Points on the line, the day I say points on the line will satisfy the equation or the function. Points outside the line will not satisfy the function. What do you mean by that? Now, can you see that all those points that I plot, the y is actually equals to 2x? Can you see it now? Now, I can choose another point. Can you tell me what is the coordinate of this point? What is this? 2.1. 2.5. What's this? 5, right? Okay, now, we know that the function is y equals to 2x, right? Correct. Now, that point is 2.55. That means this is my x value, this is my y value, right? Correct. Now, you look at 5, I put here is then 2 and x. This side will also be 5, right? So both sides are actually what? Equal. Can you see? That means the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Now, I choose another point. For example, I choose 1, 5 here. Can you see it's out of the line? If I choose 1, 5, what does it mean? My x is 1 and my y is 5. So let me check with this. This is 5, right? This is 2 times 1. This is 2. Are they equal? No. So this is not equal. That's why it does not satisfy. Understand? This will be extended next year in a simultaneous equation. Okay? So points lying on the line will satisfy the equation. Points lying outside the line will not satisfy the equation. Are you clear? Yes or no? Okay, I'm going to clean out all the points. Next, you must know how to answer the questions that are given there, and there are many forms that you can take, which I'm worried that you all do not know. Okay, so all of you look at part 2 now. All of you look at part 2 of example 1. Don't talk. The point 3p lies on the graph in part 1. Find the value of p. Now, when this is written in this way, that means what is my x value? What's my x value? 3. Now, this is important. In exam, put your book on the table, Julius. X is 3 is here, right? Can everybody see? Okay. Now, you need to draw a dotted line and then you read. Can you see it? Yes or no? So, from the graph, what is my p? P is 6, right? Can you see it? Okay. Now, you need to draw the dotted line to prove that it is working. Now, you cannot draw a solid line. Solid line means you want that line. Dotted line is working. Understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, what is another way in exam that you can ask this? You can say, find the value of y when x is what? 3. It means the same thing. Can you see it? Okay, can you write this one down in part 2? It means the same thing. Find the value of y when x is 3. Okay? Now, I want you to add a part 3 to the question, to the example. Okay? meaning of this if I want to translate to this form? Find the value over. This is which value? X value, right? When what? How do I translate into this one? When what? When y is what? 7, right? Can you see it's equivalent? I'm talking to you. Can you see the same way of asking? It's a different way of asking the same question. Okay, now how to find the value of x when y is 7? Oh, look at this is what you do. Y is 7 is here now. You need to draw a dotted line until it hits the ground. Then what do? You turn. What is this value? 3.5. Good. That means Q is 3.5. Can you see it? Now, a lot of people are a bit strange. They draw dotted line, they never touch, then they start turning. I don't know what you want to draw, then must want to draw. Because you can turn anywhere. You must hit the point, then you turn. Understand? Hit the graph, then you turn. Everybody clear with what I'm saying? Yes or no? Okay. Are we clear so far? Okay, so when we draw the function, we must have 2 points at least. The third point is used for what? Checking. And are you okay with finding the various values? Are you okay? Now repeat. This is one way of asking this question. Understand? This is one way of asking this question. So in the exam or in the test, when I say this is equivalent to this, both are the same. Just that different presentation only. Are we clear with what I'm saying here? Yes or no? Yes, Okay, good. So that will be your graph of linear functions. Okay, we must have a table, then we choose the appropriate point, then we calculate the value for y, then we can plot. Okay, now next, I want you to turn to page 153. Equation of a line. Equation of a straight line. Okay. Now, I need you to write some notes onto your notebook. And all of you take out your notebook. The equation of a straight line. All of you write down. Equation of a straight line is in the form y equals to mx plus c. Okay? Where m represents the gradient and c represents the y-intercept. Right now first. Now, I need to warn you. Some textbook will not give it as mx plus c. They will give it as ax plus b. It's also okay. Can you see it's just a number in front of x and then another number? In this case here, a represents what? The gradient, and b represents what? The y-intercept. Understand? It's the same thing. Okay? Now, what do you mean by y-intercept? Y-intercept is the point that the line cuts the y-axis. Can you write down? Y-intercept is the point the line cuts the y-axis. And what is a gradient? Gradient means the steepness of the line. How steep the line is. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yes or no? Yes, Okay, I repeat, You will have I will usually use y equals to mx plus c, where m represents the gradient and c is the y-intercept. Okay, now what do we mean by all these? Okay, and all of you turn to page 153 now. Alright, look at the bottom. The equation of a straight line is y equals to mx plus c, where the constant m is the gradient of the line and the constant c is the y-intercept. Are you clear? Page 153 at the bottom. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some examples of this. All of you look at this part. If I have y equals to 3x plus 2, what is my gradient? Gradient is a number, it's just 3. What is my y-intercept? Is 2. Understand? Okay, now, what if I have another equation? What is my gradient? Very good. What is my y-intercept? Yes, it's -2. Now, what's the meaning of this? I'll prove it to you. I draw it for you graphically first. Now, do you agree 3 is a positive number? That means, hello, the line will slope this way. Positive will slope this way. Later I will show you. Okay, all of you look up. Can you see this first equation? It's 3x plus 2. That means it will cut at 2. Understand? How about the second equation? The gradient is the what? Same, right? It's equal, which is also 3. Now, equal gradient means what? The line will slope the same way, right? Okay, that means I will have a parallel line, right? Then it will cut at where? Not 2. -2. This is the meaning of y-intercept. Everybody clear? Y-intercept means the point whereby the line cuts the y-axis. Gradient is the slope. If the gradient is the same, that means the two lines are parallel. Everybody clear with what I'm saying? Okay, all of you write down another word in your notebook. Parallel lines have the same gradient. Yes. I will tell you what is in the top. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Alright. Parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay. Alright. Now, some people is asking me about the gradient and so on. Now, positive gradient slope this way. Understand? Now, if I have an equation like that, it looks almost the same, right? But what about the gradient here? It's negative. But the y-intercept is still what? 2, right? So it will slide the other way, it will cut at 2 also. Negative gradient will slope the other way. Understand? Negative gradient will slope the other way. I will tell you what's gradient later. I will give the formula, don't worry. But gradient depends, measures the steepness. The greater the gradient, the more steep. You understand? And gradient can also be a fraction of decimal. For example, 0.5, then it becomes more gradual. Okay? If you have 10, then it becomes more steep. Okay, 10 hours of question. Hold on, I will tell you, don't worry. You just remember this one first. Because I told you to get a lot of things, you must consolidate in your brain. Okay, first thing you need to know is, are you okay with y equal to mx plus c? M represents what? Gradient. What is c? Y-intercept. Everybody clear? Now, then I need to show you something that students always fall into the trap. That students always fall into the trap. Hello? This one I cannot say gradient and y-intercept yet because it's not in the form I want. I have to rearrange. Can see it? I must write what? Y equals to what? 3x plus 2. saying here? Yes or no? Don't ask me anything first. After I finish everything, then you ask, because I will answer that. Okay, now next, copy in your notebook. Okay. Or draw this. This is a horizontal line. Can you tell me your steepness? Is there any inclination? No. So for this one, the gradient is 0. No gradient. You cannot say no gradient. You say gradient equal to 0. Understand? Now, what if the line is vertical? Now, can you even cycle up this line? No. So this gradient is undefined. Undefined, that means you cannot tell what's the gradient. Understand? This is a mathematical term. Undefined. Okay? Yes? Okay. Number 3. When a line slopes like that, the gradient is positive. That means the number in front of x is a positive number. Everybody clear? Yeah. Okay, good. Next one. What if it slopes like that? Yes. Then the gradient is negative. Okay? Then I want you to write one last thing before I go to the examples to clarify all this. Understand? Don't ask first. Next lesson, I will clarify everything for you. Understand? Just know this first. Okay? So, what is the definition for gradient? Everybody right now, rise, overrun. I will tell you what's rise, overrun later. I want to concentrate all the notes first. Gradient is rise, overrun. Okay? Don't have to worry about this. I will explain the next lesson, I say already. Because I don't want you to keep taking out your notebook and putting it back again. Understand? Yes or no? Okay. Now, up to this point, I just need you to know that when we plot a straight line, we need 3 points and then we join. Then we must dot to read off the points. Are we okay? Alright, then can we turn to example 2 on page 154? Okay. Are we done with the one on the board? I'm going to clean it off already. Are we done with the one on the board? Yes. Not yet. Where? The first line, okay already? Yes, sir? Okay. Now, let's look at example 2. I'm going to tell you straight away. Equation of a line is this. All of you look up. Y equals to 2x minus 1. This one has got no A. I will take out something with it, not to worry. Y equals to 2x minus 1. They give you, this is the equation. Okay? Now, the question asks, state the gradient. Okay, this one is very easy. What's the gradient? 2, right? Not 2x. Gradient is a number. Okay? What is the y-intercept? Negative 1. Are we clear now? Yeah. Are we clear now? Okay, now, next one. Can we look at part B? Now it's different. A line has a gradient negative 3. That means now the gradient is negative 3 now. Okay, and what happens? The y-intercept is what? What's the y-intercept? 4, right? The question says 4, right? You don't look at me, my face got no question. I say example 2. Okay, so they give you this. Now they want you to write down the equation. That means write down this form. I will have what? Y equals what? Negative 3x plus 4. Can you see it? So what must we know? always slanted. Understand? Either positive or negative, it's always slanted. We call this an oblique line, but never mind, we just call it slanting line. Okay? Now, then, there is something that I need to tell you. Okay? Now, first look up. What if I have a horizontal line passing through 3? This one, the equation is just y equals to 3. Because the gradient is 0. You can see the horizontal line gradient is 0. Okay, I'll look up. Actually, it's y equals to 0x plus 3, right? Because the y intercept is 3, but because 0x don't need to write down. So it's just y equals to 3 now. You can see it. Because gradient is 0 now. So, what's the moral of the story? Every horizontal line is y equals to something. So, what if I have a horizontal line that passes through -2? Yes, y equals to -2. Are we clear? Horizontal line is always y equals to something. Understand? Then I want to ask a very good question. I don't know whether it's very good to you. What's the equation of the x-axis? Y equals to 0. It's not nothing. It's y equals to 0. X-axis also got equation 1. Understand? Okay, now next one that I'm going to tell you is this. If I have a vertical line passing through 4, the equation is just x equals to 4. Because we know the straight line is y equals to fx plus c, right? You see, there is no intercept, because it will never cut the y-axis. And the gradient is undefined. So we cannot have y equals to something, correct? So the only thing you can do is, all the points line on this line is having x coordinate 4. Okay, for example, I have 1 and 2 here. What's the coordinate of this one? 4, 1, right? What's the coordinate of this one? 4, 2, right? If this is at -3, what's the coordinate of this one? 4, -3. Now, can you see that all the x coordinate is 4? So this is x equals to 4. Understand? Okay, I'm going to clean out all the irritants. I want all to write down. X. So if we pass through 4, this equation is x equals to 4. All take down. Now, what if I have a vertical line passing through -1? Vertical line passing through -1. This is x equals to 4. So what's this? X equals to -1. Are we clear? Horizontal line is y equals to something. Vertical line is what? X equals to something. Then, can I ask, what's the equation of this y-axis? Not 0. 0 is the number. X equals to 0. Equation must have left, right? So it's x equals to 0. This is a very common mistake. The set clause always tell me 0, then they also get 0. No? The equation is x equals to 0. Understand? Okay? Now I repeat. Horizontal line is always y equals to something. Vertical line is always what? X equals to something. Now, if I want to draw this line, this is an oblique line. Can you see the mixture of x and y? Now, if I want to sketch this line, right, it's a positive gradient and it passes through -1. So it must look like that, right? Correct. Positive gradient and passes through -1. Okay. Now, how about this line then? What's the gradient? Negative. So it's go which way? The other way, okay, but passes through which point? 4. That means it must go this way and pass through 4. So, can you see that when it is in this form, it will be slanting. When it is horizontal, it's always y equals to something. When it's vertical, it's what? X equals to something. Are we clear now? Are we clear now? Yes or no? Yes, Okay. All these are the main things, okay? Now, next thing that I want you to do is look at page 154. All of you look at page 154. Practice now 2. This particular question. One word. I'm going to attach this. Practice now 2. I'm going to do it together with you. Okay? So what is the gradient? Negative 0.5. So this is my M, right? What's my y-intercept? 7.16. Are we clear now? You cannot mix up, huh? Okay? Okay, last one. Not last one, this one. Y equals to 6x. Now, I want to warn you. Y equals to 6x means 6x plus 0, right? What is the y-intercept? I'm sorry, what's the gradient? 6. What's the y-intercept? 0. Now, when y-intercept is 0, and gradient is positive, that means it passes through the origin, right? You will cut the origin, correct? But must you write that plus 0? No need, no need. Okay? Now, look at this one. Y equals to 6. Just now I told you, right? Y equals to something means a horizontal line, right? Y equals to 6, right? So, the gradient will be 0 because it's a horizontal line. What is the y-intercept? 6. I just want to know, are you clear with my explanation? Everybody clear? Because later on you're going to do something in the textbook for me. Just do the textbook. And then you'll be next week. Because tomorrow, speech day, no lesson. Friday, your happy day. Good Friday. Then I'll see you on Monday. Okay, now. Number 2. All of you look up. State the equation of the following lines given its gradient and y-intercept. All of you look up. Take a pencil and write. What will be the equation of the first one? Y equals to what? 3x plus 5. How about the second one? Negative 7x minus 2. Can you see it now? Yes or no? Yes. This is an equation. Okay, what about this? Y equals to what? X minus 2 over 3. Everybody clear? How about D? Y equals to negative x. Don't put negative 1x, just what negative x will do. Plus what? 7.69. Are we clear? Are we clearer now? Okay, good. Next one. Gradient is negative half, y-intercept is 0. So actually it's like that. Plus 0. But do you need to write plus 0? No need. So you just give me what? You write negative x over 2 also can. I told you that what's in the middle belong to the top. Okay? How about the last one? Gradient is what? 0. 0 is horizontal line and passes through negative half. So y equals to negative half. Can you see it? Everybody clear now? Everybody clear now? Okay, now I'm going to say this and I'm going to sum up. First thing, this is 0 gradient. This is undefined gradient. Sloping this way is positive. Sloping that way is negative. Okay? And all lines will be slanting lines unless it's a horizontal line. It's always y equals to something, the equation. And the vertical line is what? X equals to something. Now, remember just now I gave you the formula. Gradient is rise over run. That one I will tell you how to use it next lesson. I just want you to write it down first. Everybody clear? Okay. Now, not so easy. Haven't dismissed yet. Okay. Now, I want you to do something for me in the textbook and then you bring it back on Monday. Okay? Bring it back on Monday. Okay? You just need to write the answer in the textbook. Exercise 6B, page 162, question 4 and question 5. That's all. Are we clear? Yes. It's the same thing as our practice now too. Everybody